Our Degen, Agers, and Skittles, as well as Sizlucky, are just the only ones here up on this northern side. Looks like Eclipse and Smock wanted to get a piece of this real estate, and they're gonna wind up paying for it. Down they go. Now Agers and Co able to pick up 3 eliminations, and that's gonna be so nice. But the Stinks are making them pay for this.
Every time they roll in to pick something up, they are going to be taking a little bit of damage. I don't think it's, you know, the worst thing in the world because they have medkits and whatnot, but Shades might be acting on it overall, or just setting up a good spot to be able to rotate from. Looks like the plan for now. Everyone else is stuck side by side.
You'd have to guess the zone is pulling now to our west side. Just these early movements by players. Everyone wants that front side of zone. They want the priority position to be able to claim those pieces. We know it is so strong to be able to have a clean tarp here in zone. And we see Bank going ahead, looking back in our day Miro reverse 2K trio. They're on the backside of Storm, so we'll have to see what they do. If they decide to get in, bully some players through as Stormy Right goes down, and that's Alige catching up, but Alige pays as well. Kuriachi getting banged up by Bank, and he goes down. Now they trade elims here, and it looks like Bank and Slick are going to come out the victors of that. But look who's on high ground here, Shyo.
That Silex, Hornet, and Adonis Light are going to be the ones rolling right through, looking for the shots. I feel like Agers, Degen, and Skittles should be winning out this game, though. A free dead side rotate that they had. A zone they pulled again. If they don't win here, I will be very surprised. Look at all the top tier teams winning 2 staff stretch. Avery winning out a lobby, while this one's almost ending too. 12 teams left. Slick picked up. Gabe is alive. Shades popping off from this side. Then the people who pulled the zone are vibing right now.
And we see Slick is going down there to Gabe, but the winners of this right now are Skylix, Adonis, and Hornet, who are just up on high ground. Zone's pulling right back, but it looks like Gabe, Spray, and Tahi are looking to make a play here. They're positioning themselves on this second height as Agers, Degen picking up some more elims and just casually flowing through this end game.
They're popping right now. We see the freeze trim, exactly who's still on high. Tahi was trying to go for it, but pays the ultimate price as he tries to work towards ultimate high ground. Hornet's there to stop him completely in his tracks. Shades and Sis, though, they're popping low ground. That's the 4th time I've seen their names down there. Degen's finally waking up, though, on a lair of his own. DeQuentin is on the bottom side, too. Right now in game 1, it's all about that low ground for offense. Everyone on height is really playing defense, though, making sure no one can catch up to their lair. Skittles is still popping off, and I see nothing from the height team so far.
It does look like Nounsy goes down, so one of these lower to mid ground teams is going down, and that's Skittles also taking down Waffler. So this trio continues to play well, but don't forget DeQuentin. Just because they're not popping off doesn't mean that they're not surviving. You don't need to have huge matches to win games. We do see Gabe go down there, and now DeQuentin, they need to make a play. They're on the backside. They take down Sizlucky. He goes down. It looks like Shades is going to be their next target. That's the refresh they needed. He traded Elim for Elim here, and it's all up to DeQuentin to solo clutch up. What? Zone is pulling up. He needs to get up, and he's buried. He's in the sand, and he needs to get out.
Trying to get out. It's not going to be as quick, Sandy, as it looks. No mats, though, and he can't put a final ramp down. He's going to take a shot down over to Degen. It's not going to be possible. Oh, it's Day on the left side as he's low. The high ground team is still high, thriving and surviving. DeQuentin gets a big jump shot onto Degen. Looked like almost a finish. Like he was knocked. He was crouched behind there, trying to find a way to survive and succeed. It's not going to be possible. Another one from DeQuentin. This man is popping off as a solo, using the storm to alleviate sidelines. He's still going in, and no one can stop him.
What a play and what a rotate. Do it all on your own here, DeQuentin, taking over in this end game, and he's not done yet. He wants to get in some more boxes, but gonna take a deep breath. Doesn't want to fully go in. He has the wall of Miro here. DeQuentin already 6 eliminations. Looks like he's back in some of his old builds. Gonna go for the big pot? Nope. Decides the med kit is the play. Agers, Skittles still alive. DeQuentin cleaning this up. And they want to at least make a play here. We saw them with a concentrated effort of trying to shoot out Height, but Height punished them when they took a peek, and Divine is going to get in their way. Runons is quite weak now. Height is way up there. We're playing so high up that everyone is just layered on top of one another. Degen, Miro, reverse on the backside of zone here. This is the moments that we see on Twitter. This is when Degen, Miro, reverse pop off. and just slay out when the lobby is thinning down. They love this. Day is the piece control master here in these end games, loving the box and bot plays. But honestly, the best position, Nick, Beef, and Lupian. It just is a matter of how much they have left to continue to fuel the machine.
Yeah, but at the same time, all three alive at this point. Every time I end up seeing this, when there's not one person down, it usually surpasses and amounts to at least a second place or a win. Here's the break-in into another TNG member's box. I believe that's Pump, who's trying to run away from Day. He manages to get all the way through. With just a few builds left, these guys will have to go down. Big Elam there. That wasn't edited for. That's a big shot right there from Day down below onto Trap. Past that though, Purtle will try to walk by. Day will work the backside of the storm while his teammates push all the way ahead. He's inside the zone and outside. An absolute warrior, doesn't matter what his screen color is. And now he's going straight for height. There's an imposter on high ground. Day, how have you done this? 1v3. Nick is confused. We have big damage on his other teammates too. He's gonna get out alive as well. What is this?
Oh my goodness, he's taking it all over. Day tries to go for the high ground play himself, and it looks like he was almost successful. He takes down Nick. Reverse goes down, but it's Day and Miro looking to win this game. They were able to make this play. Beef, Lupian have to drop down. They're down bad as Zyper is still there on the low ground. We know the Peppers are there, but Runons is getting tagged up, and now Senseful just trying to stay alive. But it's all about our high ground team. They have taken over, and this game is in their grasp as long as they can pressure the rest of this lobby out.
He literally walked up, built 2 ramps, and landed 1 pump shot. That got him height against a full squad that still had mats and full shields in the 8th zone. This is crazy from Day, and he's not even started yet. I feel like this guy's barely even woken up or opened his eyes for this game. Big pump onto Runons. Day is insane. It's going to be tricky, especially in one of these cash cups. If you end up missing your shots, it's not going to be the best in inventory, but Bila gets one on the Stormy, moving from the Storm side in towards the toppest of top layers in the circle. He's going to be surrounded by chaos. He's really saving a lot of mats, rolling free here, rolling behind different trios, has the control without the edits, the peek without the edits, the shot without the edits. They don't matter. And he's there inside the box with big booms off that tac shotgun and finds almost 2 eliminations.
Shotgun out. You will be able to get those elims, and now we check in with a newly formed trio. Normally Nexi and Crumble play with Marzo W, picking it up with Larson today, filling in both trios, and Larson's picking it up and putting it down right now as Crumble tarping ahead here. The trio is moving along. They're in a good position here on this mid ground, especially considering they got all the heals, all the HP in the world. We'll have to see if they make plays for height, try and just play out this mid ground, because as we know, Shyo, height will not let you hang around for too long, especially when you get close to them.
Yeah, and timing is actually just so weird in this end game. The majority of elims we're seeing so far are happening from behind people. Everyone's playing late. They're moving backwards closer to the storm. Larson and what looks like Nexi right now are also taking pathways that way. And now they're doubling back again. A big pump from Larson, stopping the AKA trio in their tracks. They're 1 wheel down as Redux has to move away with no shield. Berserk slightly behind them. They'll get affected on their own layer, leaving the mats behind from their teammate. Squish will roll in, another full AKA squad rolling by on the low ground layer. There is big shots through builds and edits. Squish GG's just repping his name right now, making sure there's no room to breathe for any trio down below. Meanwhile, though, this is mid ground. They have to be careful, Taylor, because basically, you know, big trouble lingers on heights.
And we're going up towards the spire. This could be a really difficult place to be if it pulls all the way up there. High ground may be the only one who gets a breath, as we see Scented and Edgy are down there on the low ground doing their best as Squish just rolls through another trio. There's somebody trying to get up. That is Scented, Commandment, and Edgy looking to get the last breath as we're going up and up and up. And it might be one team that survives that last breath as the zone continues to flow through, but Squish might be looking to make a play here accidentally on height. He looks up and holy, someone is well up above him. He's now looking for plays. He finds Commandment. There's one that'll help him sustain here in the storm, looking for some more players, and it's Carve, Fax, and Aori up on high ground as it does pull through the spire here.
It's gonna be so awkward for so many teams. That's why there's basically magic tricks all around. You'll break a wall and then find something unbreakable, but Nexi is unstoppable right now, right next to one of these zip lines. He finds a huge elim. Matt's completely topped off, and it's a 3v3 situation we have in these moments. Sometimes low ground has the better situation. They end up using less mats overall. They can knock down high ground completely. This is a long zone next to the spire. It might go down even more, and it's not bouncing back. The onus is on height to do something, or else low ground might just win this all out with heals.
It all depends how many materials have. Fax goes that down, takes
oh my god
damage. So does Carve. They both go down, but Larson gets traded. It's now up to Nexi to make a play. They see Aori. He's gonna go down, and it is low ground taking the crown.
All right, let's, we simmered it up. You're right. We gotta sauce up the pan. I want to see what the entire meal looks like here. It's not gonna be Sprite game tie they're fighting, but Issy was dropping here. We just saw survive mid-game last game. So for some reason, they switched up the drop, or maybe they ran into clicks now for the first time, and they're having a rude awakening at Sweaty Sands.
Rude is right. Two of them go down quickly, and ISPO. And Booga Bizzle up above Clicks. Clicks does the dirty work from box to box. We know he's so good, but now he gets caught in somebody else's builds. Mega doesn't take full advantage of that quick box there by Clicks. Wow. Down goes Mega. Love to see it. Throw that one in the Taj. It's now time to take them down as Booga comes to support. And it looks like Bizzle's trying to hold his own up on height, and that's going to be paid for as Dubs goes up, and it's Rokane taking down Bizzle. Now the 2v2 is going to happen. Health advantage over to Booga. Clicks hitting the shots. Down goes Dubs, and can Rokane make a play here, Shia?
It's all up to Rokane right now. Gets the big first shot in. Not going to be possible for him to find any more after the fact, though. This time, though, he's going to be facing a little bit, I think, of a manageable situation. Clicks low on shield. We know he's going to be aggressively peeking. Misses the first shot. This is great for Rokane. He can't be able to miss another big shot after the fact, though. They've been working in tandem, both Clicks and Booga. We have Clicks shooting out people's builds like Dubs when he was building over, and then Booga letting a big pump while Dubs couldn't build. That combination might come into fruition for Rokane, too, but Clicks misses one of the builds as he's trying to go all the way up. It might be all for the plan, though, because they get a huge pinch. And both Clicks and Booga wrap up what must be one of the biggest threats in the lobby for not only them, but everyone else in Cash Cup Extra. And being towards the bottom side of the zone, it's very tricky. Even the best players, it just takes one pump and you're gone. You're down. That's what we'll see. A lot of these non-risk takers, some of the easier teams to pick off, still staying in mid, playing it safe. The Jack trio with Gilo is going to be there down below too, unfortunately. They're going to take a lot of damage from these stinks. No chance to fumigate whatsoever until we'll pick up a free elimination there as he moves on McCullochs.
And now we get a creative battle for high ground. Agers, Degen, and Skittles went for it, but quickly denied by the creative skills of Adi, Ansa, and Jip. Those guys hold the high ground, continue to play ahead, and then Agers, Degen, Skittles just want to continue to batter them, knock them down, chip away at the high ground, waste their materials, and then go for another play. But Height is doing the same exact thing. Neither of these trios looking in a good position, and the chaos pursues on the low ground. Everyone is running into each other. Scully finds Bizzle there on low, and now it becomes the battle for Height as Addy is getting here. The cone comes, it misses, Jip goes down. Agers looking for the play. Skittles, Degen making plays as well. Degen goes down, and now Agers able to clean this up. And it is the high ground of a duo, not a trio anymore. Nonetheless, poised to win this game.
Hold up. That coveted 8 zone revive might come through. Lots of time left, 30 seconds. They just can't tank. A little bit of storm. Will Degen have enough time to run back is the question. Yes, he will. Absolutely. An extra med kit picked up too. We'll have 3 in total. He can heal up fully before they get down into the game. And look at the freedom that they have. Everyone is fragmented, or just completely fragmented, pulled apart and shards down below. Teams missing teammates. Solo players trying to clutch. Meanwhile, a god trio waits up top. The smaller this zone gets, the better chance they have at getting huge elims. And with almost 400 points, this is their chance of what I assume would be to just push their lead on the NAE's Cash Cup Extra all the way forward.
And we know what this team does. Look at that AR ammo. They're literally going to hold the trigger until this game ends, and they're in control. They have taken the driver's seat, and everyone else now has to deal with however they want to play this. Down to only 9 players remaining. If they can pick up all of these elims, this is going to put them well above the rest of the pack, unless we see some big games here. And the Jack squad down below, we see Hardfind toll, making their way through. Matt doing his best impression of a low ground king, and Agers looking to clean this all up. This is when he drops down, makes plays, and cleans up the rest of the lobby.
Goes into the stink zone. There's one more team down below and one missing clutch player on an extra slot as well. Here's the big pump. The first one found on the hard find. That was easy. Here's Toll as well. Hello, says Agers. That's my wall now.
He's looking in, wants to get those shots, and with that gold infantry rifle, he can put some damage down quick, as we see some of those players are quite weak, and Nut is in this game as Who Fishy goes down to Suscript. So that team that traditionally landed over in the Slurpy Swamp area, somewhat near this area, Suscript class now trying to do something different, as Aspect doing a little bit something different as a trio on his back with his two teammates on the ground.
He missed one bullet before getting the full elim, and he didn't have a teammate after the fact because there was a big pump shot that came down for the man that he eliminated after the fact.
How am I supposed to know when you got 40 different names which one of you actually are?
We can't, yeah. Now here rolls I drop Indian and Wakey all the way up on height. Committed going down. These guys are a satellite array of damage. And they're not stopping. This is just wild, but Vortec finds a way to take over them as they're looking for big shots. They have zoned though, so this extended base from Ace and Vortec might not be anything but just hot steam blown in the direction of iDrop. I don't think he cares too much unless Vortec finds a way to connect all the way across. This is going to be a race, a huge race to see who can control height. They're cranking like there's no tomorrow. What is this?
Oh, DeFrozen gonna get chopped here. He wanted the high ground, but it's not gonna work, and everyone is just cranking straight up. ADN Wakey way up there, and that was an iDrop's turn. He's trying to play a normal high ground layer, but it doesn't seem like this lobby wants normal. They want to go to height limit, and we may see it here as Ace continues to go up. ADN is on the backside of that Craig, and the only one who seems to be in a decent spot here is iDrop. Everyone could potentially be a victim of fall damage as we continue to move forward. iDrop able to hit the shots. He gets beamed big, but he's the winner of that trade. Wakey taking down to Frozen, and Vortex going down as well. So this high ground challenge by this trio is no longer worth it. They all settle down. They all get eliminated. Now it's iDrop, ADN, and Wakey show.
Yeah, that was just two big sky bridges, and then ultimately all came falling down. iDrop will be the one to take the last shots onto one of the players. That was Vortec right there that ended up going down to fall damage as well. That'll be Durant, Pump, and Jay just trying to find their way through these builds. It's tough in the 7 zone when the lobby's this empty. It makes it so that high ground gets to shoot whoever they want. There's not really many interruptions in between, but now they're in mid ground and Pump is starting to pop off.
And they take down an attitude in the middle of that one. He goes down. Now it's Pump on the outside of Sid's wall. They want another one. These guys racking it up. We might see a 20 elimination game as Divine takes down Kyra, so he's not going to be able to participate in the rest of this. Pump says, doesn't matter. I will take this on for our trio. It looks like our high ground team is going to be able to walk away with this one, but there's a silent sleeper down on low ground, and threats Rise and Jamper. They may be able to take this. There's multiple full trios alive. What can iDrop, ADN, and Wakey do? Are they going to be able to thin out this lobby, or will it thin out itself and these guys walk away with a victory before they know it?
It's all about how much control they can have on high ground and how much they want to have in terms of risking elims down below. Threats and Jelty are popping off, picking up Toby's Jelty, so we know he now has a golden pump shotgun 100% in his inventory as he moves forward. Jamper's there actually to pick up Costa. Nexty going down to Wakey. Nexty falling immediately to ADN, so those guys are very close side by side. Threats will actually have that gold pump available. Honor YOLO on the backside, not going to be able to do anything as Pump goes down. Crumble is surviving sneakily down behind the backside with Larson, but this looks like a game where Height ultimately will get all the placement, break 500 points, and possibly even roll in with more with this VR.
and they're looking for not just placing. This trio's hungry for the top 10. ADN and Wakey are down there trying to finish out the game. They closed up a couple of eliminations, but come back up for a breath to try and heal up. And now we have a 3v3 v1v1, it looks like, as these players now settle themselves in, look to play their positions and win this game. Crumble is one of those solos left, and iDrop just comes walking in, takes him down. He gone, and it is up now to the final 3v3. Threats battling iDrop. Threats is not going to be the winner of that one just yet. iDrop trying to get in. He takes down Threats, and it's the EU trio taking over in this lobby. It is up to Jamper to make a play against a full trio. He gets one down. That is not enough. iDrop, ADN, and Wakey take.
No way. Clicks rolls through with it. I was wondering how he's going to do the entire thing. The harpoon play with 2 builds gets him inside the box. Damage to Bobby's done. Sneaky beaky like turns into fully aggressive sicko mode right now in terms of just being on this high ground. Rat, what are you doing? Is completely bought by Clicks as well. This man is insane in these box fights. Multiverse is trying to do anything, but he's completely out of his league right now inside this fight. His teammates down as well. It's not going to be possible for him. Everyone has to go all the way down to low. Looks like Bobby took either some fall damage or even more pressure. No one misses a zipline either. Clicks hits it 2, and now we're in a completely different world. Oh my God, Clicks! You skydiving madman with 1 HP. He almost lives, but he's done enough for his team to have an advantage. Wait a minute, it's a whole new team. It's a completely different fight. This might go a completely wrong way, but the res is there for Bizzle to pick up Clicks.
This is the third party that everyone got involved with. We did see the surprise happen. That's a jump scare moment. They do get the res off, and it looks like Magnolia is going to pay for that.
And they snuck up, they drop down, and then they climb back up again. And their shots are lethal. Okay. Clicks with the strats. This is gonna be a blunder. That's gonna have to pick up. Yeah. Every player always talking smack about Bizzle and the trio. Listen, man, everyone has errors. Sometimes makes mistakes. Have played 8 very good games so far. The last one going down in 7th place. They might be taking home that top prize and Cash Cup Extra. Right behind them were Jamper, Threats, and DT Rise. We saw go down to the EU trio just a game before. Yeah, they might have got second in the game, but they also got what looks like to be second overall throughout the day. Meanwhile, all across the board, some of the top trios you can expect have placed very well. Right now, though, for the ones that are left in this game, they can have a chance to change their destinies and place higher, possibly in that top 10. That's what's up for grabs, because all that prizing is there for Cash Cup Extra.
But this game is going to go through Bizzle, Bugha, and Clicks. They're in control of this lobby here on the high ground, and if you want to fight them for it, they're up for the challenge. They're a team that is very skilled and understanding of how to hold a height. But hey, sometimes you take peppers, and here comes the play. Zyper, Senseful going for it. They want it. Bizzle goes down. Now it's up to Bugha and Clicks to hold this high ground. They do put enough pressure to at least slow the advance. Will it completely stop it? Likely not. We'll see more trios come at this high ground. It's the final game. Everyone wants a piece of this. Bugha, Clicks up on height. Bizzle down. Nitrix goes down as well. We'll see how they can hold this, if they can hold this in these final few zones. But a lot of the stories will be written in this mid to low ground. Placements will be handed over between teams. They're going to switch back and forth. Every elim is going to change how this leaderboard stands. Zyper is not done yet. He wants this full elim, this full high ground play. And Ispo coming from the backside of zone, also looking to make a play. Like I said, everyone wants the piece of the high ground in the final zone, and they're coming for it here right now, Shio.
They're moving for it. No one wants to leave anything behind in this final game to get to play. Savage is going to be moving in and drop down. No HP. His whole trio shredded to pieces. They find some serenity, but at what cost? For how much time? Doesn't look like that much. Jaden shots riddled with holes. Mars confused, dazed as he moves forward. Savage is the only one who is able to pop off a little bit of heals. He should be the front man soon, or at least one to trade the big shots. There it is. MCTR 31 going down. More mats for him. A big jump down to a pop up to make sure he's back on the same layer as his trio as he keeps moving. They are going to survive, but at the meantime, they are looking really, really low as well.
Savage got to share some of the love with his teammates here. He's carrying so many heals. Maybe just get ahead, allow his teammates a second to get those heals off. And now we take a look. It is Runons and Senseful Zyper that have been able to secure the high ground. But our story here is on mid as Clicks goes down. Savage picking up more eliminations. Mars OW tarping ahead, giving his team a chance to pop off, allowing them a layer to play. Buga is right down below as he gets an elimination, and the zone is now bouncing back. We're using old tarps. You gotta watch out. People are in the backside. They're hiding around in those builds. You have to be careful. You never know what's around the next corner. As Savage playing the front side of zone and looking for anyone ahead of him.
All the edits are his. Huge bounce back for Mars and Jaden. They both did a make it to pop off. Big heal, 7 teams left as well. So they have a big plate in front of them to kind of chew out of. On top, it's no longer Buga. It's going to be Zyper. At the same time with Senseful and Runons, who are looking for multi-hit combos on every single trio. Those are going down at the bottom side. This is a high-profile trio that Savage is jumping into. Trouble looms at every single wall edit. He finds the first box. It's good. Does he dare open the door to the second? Not yet. Finds his way back to the trio, gets interrupted in between. Not his ramp, has to break through. It's wood walls though. The last harpoon saves him from the grasp of Eclipse, and at the same time, the wall edits kind of make sure his vision is obstructed from all the edits that he could have actually gone down to. This is huge from Savage. He finds his way back. Another impact, frag, and mats. Meanwhile, chaos brews all around them.
They've owned this layer and they've owned this game thus far, but Zyper, Runons looking to close it out. They want to grab the final few eliminations. Eclipse, Zypha, wall to wall with Ale, but Eclipse goes down to Jaden Shots, and that's our trio we've been following here in this mid game. Savage able to pick up all of those materials, and this is going to allow them to continue here in this mid ground. Someone jumps on the backside. That's actually just a free refresh. They jumped in the tarp, but no, Jaden Shots goes down. Now it's up to Mars OW and Savage to close this out. Can they take the final eliminations here? We have 6 players remaining, 3 total trios, and it is a duo here for Savage and Mars. Can they close it?
This could get them the top 10, 3 teams left, 6 players. Savage going in the storm, looking for the big shot down. Doesn't find much so far, takes a little bit of damage. Big drop reactions are instant. In a matter of milliseconds, he lands the tac shotgun. No, the big pump to actually secure that, but it's Bread up top, who's just serving as a distraction as Cashew's down below, but Savage finds the next. Mars goes down. Bread's there to pick up the elim.
But surprisingly, jumping up, or should I say rising up, it's Jamper, Threats, and Rise. Only a 12-point difference from first and second place. Boyle, Accept, and Snake Accept is going to be in third place. And of course, looking at all of the teams here, these are the top 10 teams and some of the best teams that Fortnite has to offer.
Yeah, this is